Hello all, welcome to part 9 of Hybrid TestNG Framework. In this session, I am going to show you how to integrate Jenkins and auto invoke the automation scripts. Till now guys, we are invoking the automation scripts in a manual way, right? So we have to go to the project and we have to right click on this and say run as either run as Maven test, or we have to right click on the testng.xml file and run as testng suite, right? Or we have to open the command prompt and type mvn test command when the prompt where the pom.xml file of this project is there. In all the different ways, we are manually invoking the automation scripts to run. The scripts will run, guys, but they are manually invoked. I'll show you. Okay. So here in the pom.xml file, if you have followed my previous sessions, guys, okay, if you have followed my previous sessions in this series, so you would have known that here in the Maven Surefire plugin, we provided the path of the testng.xml file in this pom.xml file. So when I run this project with the help of Maven, Maven is going to invoke this pom.xml file, and pom.xml file is going to invoke this Maven Surefire plugin. Maven Surefire plugin is going to invoke this testng.xml file, and testng.xml file is going to invoke all the classes that are mentioned in this testng.xml file. All these classes will invoke the tests they have inside them. Okay, for example, login tests have 5 automation tests created, test engine tests, they will be running. Register test has 4, they will be running. Search test has 3, they will be running. Okay, this is the process, right? With the help of Maven, we are invoking the POM. POM is invoking the Maven Surefire plugin in pom.xml file. That Maven Surefire plugin is invoking the testng.xml file. Testng.xml file is invoking these classes. These classes are invoking the test they are containing. This is a process. But what I'm going to add one more layer is, so I will invoke this Maven. Maven is invoking pom.xml file, right? I'll invoke the Maven with the help of Jenkins, guys. Why? I'll tell you. With Maven, guys, I have to either manually come here, right click run as Maven test. I have to say to for all this to happen. But Jenkins is something like this. Okay, let me explain some theory about Jenkins, guys, so that you will understand why we have to use Jenkins in our automation scripts and in automation projects. You see, now the time is around 12:45, guys. Okay, it's 12:45 on 5th December 2022. Okay, right. At this time, if I want to run the automation scripts, I will go here and right click and run as and Maven test. I'll say all my automation scripts will run as I already explained. What if? What if I have to run this automation scripts at night 2 a.m.? Is it possible for me? No, I'm working from morning to evening. So if someone asks me to run the automation scripts in the night, is it possible for me? No, I cannot woke up at night 2 o'clock because at the time I will be sleeping, guys, in sleeping mode, and I will not be able to run the automation scripts at that time. Okay. So if you have to, one of the requirement is, if you have to schedule running of your automation scripts, okay, at odd timings when you are not available to run the scripts. That's the problem, right? When you're not available at the time and you have to run the automation scripts, you have to start running the automation scripts at particular time, like for example, in the night 2 a.m. It's not possible for us, right? So it's not possible for us. If it's also possible, it is very difficult for us, right? We should wake up in the night 2 a.m. and our sleep will be disturbed and will not be able to run the scripts. Okay. So that's a problem. Next thing is, or you may get a requirement where every day at some time, let's say at 11 a.m., you have to run automation scripts of the project. This is also another kind of requirement. Here also there is a problem. Here time is okay, 11 a.m. is fine. I'll be able to run the automation scripts at the time. I'll not be sleepy. So it's fine. But the problem here is every day I have to run the automation scripts at 11 a.m. Then maybe every day for 1 month I have done that without any miss. For first 1 month, I've done that. In the second month, on a particular day, I forgot. That I have to run the automation scripts, guys. You see, as a human being, we cannot remember sometimes. Okay? Sometimes you can remember, sometimes you cannot remember. So I'm not a kind of machine or someone who can register that and at 11 a.m. alarm will ring and I will go and, run the automation scripts. That's also not possible. There may be possibility where on a particular day, I will miss running the automation scripts and my lead or someone above me will come and ask me why the automation scripts results have not been generated. If they inquire, I'll be the person behind and I'll be saying that I forgot. Okay, I forgot. Fine. So this is another problem, guys. Here, it's neither mistake of that person who has not run the automation scripts. Generally, it happens. Like if something has to do done every day, there may be some days where you may forget, right? Or if someone asks you to run this automation scripts at some odd timings, okay, it may not be possible. Or sometimes at 11 a.m. you may be in a meeting, guys. Suddenly there was an urgent meeting. You went to that meeting and at 11 a.m. you have to run the automation. It's not possible for you. You may not be before the machine. Okay. So like this different kind of situations will arise, guys. Okay. And to overcome these situations, we need some kind of tool known as Jenkins. We'll give these instructions instead of giving this kind of instructions to the automation engineer or person who is actually running the automation scripts. Rather, if we direct these instructions to a tool like Jenkins, Jenkins will remember these instructions and at that particular given time, Jenkins will go and run these automation scripts. Okay? Jenkins will remember this and run the automation scripts, guys. Okay? You can configure Jenkins in such a way that in the night 2 a.m. you have to run the automation. Jenkins will do that. Or you can configure Jenkins in such a way that every day at a particular time, the automation scripts need to run. That also Jenkins can do for us. Such kind of jobs we can assign to Jenkins. Okay, in Jenkins terminology, these instructions that you are giving to Jenkins are called as jobs. We have to assign these jobs to Jenkins and Jenkins will do the job for us. Okay, so hope you understood the concept behind Jenkins and why it is required and how it will help us in the things that we cannot do. Okay, then now let's go into the practical mode where I'm going to download Jenkins. I'll show you how to download Jenkins, how to configure Jenkins, how to do the other stuff in Jenkins and create the jobs in Jenkins and instruct the Jenkins to do all these activities at the required times. Everything I'm going to cover in this session in a practical way, starting now. Okay, so let's switch to the practical mode, guys. So first, I'll open the new tab. Okay, in this new tab, let's type download Jenkins. Okay, simply download Jenkins. You just have to type in the Google search. You'll get this link, guys, Jenkins download and deployment. Click on that link and you will be taken to this page where you will see download Jenkins and this LTS version you will see. Now, so here we have the normal version. Here we have the LTS version, long-term support version. I generally prefer going with the LTS version and this is a war file, guys, .war. Generic Java package .war of Jenkins. Okay, just click on this. In a while, in our machine, this Jenkins.war file will get downloaded. Let's wait for the download to finish. As you can see, the Jenkins.war file has now been downloaded. I can go to the location where it is downloaded. Okay, so this is the Jenkins.war file, guys. I'll copy this Jenkins.war file. I'll copy this Jenkins.war file and put it anywhere in your machine. Okay, where you want this Jenkins.war file to be available. Okay, you can copy this Jenkins.war file and provide anywhere in your machine, guys. I'll just prefer providing that under my project somewhere. Okay, any place is fine, guys. Okay, any place is fine. I'll say like it's not required that you have to do that in your project also. Okay, it's up to you because Jenkins is something not related because it's not something the automation engineers have to do. Rather the like other team like DevOps team or okay, so any other IT team in your company has to configure this Jenkins. But here, what I'm trying to show you about Jenkins is for your knowledge purpose. Okay, though the other team actually configures Jenkins for us and we are the only one who will be running our automation scripts on Jenkins. Okay, but we should know the process, guys. Okay, though it's not our job, we have to know the process. So I'll do one thing. I'll not create this Jenkins in my project because it doesn't make sense. Okay, I'll provide it anywhere else. Okay, for example, I'll go to some location in my machine. Let's say QAFox. Okay, here is a place I'll do, guys. Okay, I'll just create a folder anywhere in your machine. There's no restriction for this. I'll say Jenkins. Okay, Jenkins I'll create. And in that Jenkins folder, you can give any name to this folder, no issues, and paste it, Control V. And I pasted the Jenkins war file. Now we have the Jenkins.war file. We have downloaded Jenkins successfully, okay? What I have explained, first we have to, what is Jenkins I covered, okay? Why, what is Jenkins and why it is required. This is covered, guys. Second part is downloading Jenkins is covered, okay? Downloading Jenkins, how to download the Jenkins war file. We have to download the war file. Don't download the exe file, okay? War file will be good. Once you download the war file, now I have to open the command prompt and run a command. Here, this is the path where this Jenkins.war file is available. I'll select the path and type a command known as cmd in the path in place of the path and press enter. You will see that command prompt will open at this location of Jenkins where the war file of Jenkins is available. You see C drive, QAFox, Jenkins. This is a place where the war file is available. So this is a shortcut for opening the command prompt at the desired location in our machines. Okay, directly select this path, type cmd and press enter. You will get the command prompt with the path. Now this is a place where Jenkins.war file is available. And what is the command I have to type? Java -jar and the name of this file with the extension, that is Jenkins.war. Okay, this is a command I have to type. Now run Jenkins. How to run? Java in command prompt, open the command prompt, get the war file, and I have to write the command Java -jar Jenkins.war. Okay, like this you have to type this command, guys. Now press enter here. It will take a while. Let's wait for this process to complete, running from this file and all those things are happening. For the first time when you open this command prompt and do this, okay, Jenkins, this command prompt need to give a password, guys. Okay, at the end it has to give a password. You see it has given the password. That means you have done this for the first time. And you can copy this password from this location. Just select this area, right click, edit, copy. This is a way to copy. This is one way to copy the password, or there's other way, guys. Either you can copy like this, or you can go to this location. See, in my location, see users folder, my username folder. In that .jenkins folder is created just now when we have, okay, run this command. Inside the .jenkins folder, there is a folder known as secrets folder. In that secrets folder, we have something known as initial admin password. There you will find the same password, guys. Okay. So this from here, from the command prompt, you can copy this password, or you can go to this location in your machine, that is C drive, and in the C drive, users folder, then username folder, then .jenkins. In the .jenkins, you will find something known as secrets folder. In that, you will find something known as initial admin password. Right click on this and say open with, and you will get some options, and just select some notepad or something. Say okay. You will get the same password, whatever you got in the command prompt, right? The same password. Don't copy any spaces here, guys. Just copy only the password area. Copy this. You see the same password. Lastly, 20524 is there. The same password. You can copy from here. Okay, this is the location. Now the next thing is, I will close this browser, guys. Once I'll close this browser and open the browser again. And here, by default, Jenkins will run at the port number 8080. Okay. When you run this command, java -jar jenkins.war, Jenkins will automatically get, okay, installed. By the end of this process, when the password is coming, right, Jenkins will start running at which port number by default? 8080 port number. So here I'll simply type, this is my machine, right? The machine where Jenkins is there. Okay. The same machine only, Jenkins is there, right? In real time, Jenkins will not be configured in the same machine where the automation scripts are written by the automation engineers. Rather, this Jenkins will be part of some other machine, guys. Okay. So in case this Jenkins is part of a different machine, then we have to give the IP address of this particular machine. Okay, well, Jenkins is running, but in our case, Jenkins, since I don't have multiple machines with me to show you all the stuff, I'm running the Jenkins in my own machine. So my machine has an IP address. Either I can give my own IP address of my machine, or in place of that, I can give localhost. Localhost means my machine's IP address automatically. You can find you can go to the command prompt and type ipconfig and get the IP address of your machine and type it here. Or in place of your IP address, you can give localhost. Localhost means the IP address of the current machine. Okay, simple. In that localhost IP address, at port number 8080. Okay, when you go to a hotel, you will not book the entire hotel, right? This localhost is a complete machine. In this machine, this complete computer, different softwares will be installed, and these softwares are going to run at different port numbers. Okay, so Jenkins by default runs at 8080 port number, guys. Like, we go to a hotel and book a room, right? To in that room only we'll stay. We'll not stay in the entire hotel. We'll not roam in the entire hotel. Rather, we go to a particular room number. Like here, 8080 port number is nothing but a room number, guys. Okay, in my computer machine having a particular IP address, in the room number colon 8080, the Jenkins will be running by default. Okay, just press enter, localhost colon 8080. Just press enter, guys. It may take some time. For the first time, it may take some time, guys. Okay, so let's wait. You see, so getting started, sometimes it will come to you like Jenkins is loading, Jenkins is starting up, like that kind of messages may come. Okay, if this kind of message doesn't come, do one thing, guys, close the command prompt and do the process again. Okay, there may be sometimes where to get this particular screen, it may take a lot of time for you. Okay, in that case, what you have to do, you have to close the command prompt and repeat the same process, java-jar jenkins.var. Again, you will get the same thing. And once you get this screen, then you are good. Okay, in some missions this may not come always, guys. Okay, the screen getting started screen may not come so fast. It will say that Jenkins is trying to launch or something, some kind of launching message will come, and this may take time. So if it's taking too much of time, close the command prompt and do repeat the steps, guys. But luckily, if you're getting the screen in the first attempt, no need to worry. Okay, simply paste the password. What is the password, guys? This is the password, right? I will copy this password and paste it here, Control V, and click on continue button. Now, in the next screen, you will get this customize Jenkins option. You'll get this customize Jenkins option. Okay. And one more thing before we go to this customization of Jenkins, currently Jenkins is running in which port number? 8080. There may be some situations where in 8080 other software may be running in your machine. Then the conflict will come. So there is one slot 8080 port number where another software other than Jenkins is running. So Jenkins cannot apply, and this may not be possible. In that case, what you will do, guys, you have to run this Jenkins in the different port number. Okay. So for that, you just see running Jenkins in different port number. There will be some command, guys. Okay. There will be command, guys. Yeah, this is a command, guys. --, HTTP port number. For example, if you don't want Jenkins to run on 8080, rather you want to run on 9090, you have to say --, HTTP port. Okay. I'll write down here. Running Jenkins on different port number. How to do that? Instead of giving this basic command, java-jar jenkins.var, where default port number will be, even though you have not specified default port number will be 80, okay, of Jenkins will be 80. But here, if you want to change that, if you want to run Jenkins on a different port number, then the command here will be java-jar, same thing, jenkins.var HTTP port is equal to, give the port number 9191, 9192, anything. This is a extra thing you have to provide, guys. Okay, HTTP port, here P is capital, you have to make sure, is equal to port number you have to give. Hope you are able to understand. Okay, but for now we don't have any issues, and in my machine at 8080 port number, there are no other software running or software processes running. So Jenkins will clearly run on 8080, guys. Okay, so here I'll select this install suggested plugins. Okay, so there are two options coming here. After I gave the password and clicked on the continue button, I got this customize Jenkins screen where I am suggested to either install suggested plugins or select plugins to install is coming. Two things are coming. So here it will ask you if you want any additional plugins or something for this option. But for now, for our requirement, guys, for our requirements, it's not required. We don't have to go with this path. This default path will be enough. The default selection will be enough where install suggested plugins. Whatever the plugins that Jenkins is suggesting is more than enough, guys. Select that option. Once I click on that option, you will see that these plugins are getting installed one by one. Okay, we have to wait until all these plugins are getting installed. Okay, let's see one of them to get passed, and then I'll pass the screen and then resume the screen recording. Okay, let's wait at least for one of the item to get in green color. Okay, if it's successfully installed plugin, one of the plugin is successfully installed, we'll see a background color like green or something. Okay, you see now what is going on. Java mail API, something is happening here. Let's wait. This may take some time for a lot of people, guys. Sometimes based on the time when we are kind of installing the plugins, right? These plugins have to be downloaded from the Jenkins, okay, server or something. So it's not in our control sometimes. Some plugins may fail. In that case, we have to repeat the process. There is no other way. We have to repeat the process of installing the plugins until all the plugins get installed. Okay. And Jenkins also, if some of the plugins out of all the plugins have not installed, retry options kind of options will come at the end also. Okay. But hope for all the plugins to get installed in a successful way in the first go itself. Let's hope for that. Okay. Then we are good. Otherwise, we have to keep on trying this for a lot of times. Okay. So let's see what will happen. Still the progress is here only. I'll pause the recording, guys. If after something, I'll resume the recording. Otherwise, it will take a lot of time for you. Okay, as this is the recording, I'll pause and resume. As you can see, one of the plugin has been successfully installed. You will get this kind of tick mark, and you will see this background color turn into green color. Same thing should happen for the remaining plugins, guys. Let's wait for that. So as you can see, guys, all the plugins have been successfully installed. So it's almost at the end. So it has taken us to next screen. All the suggested plugins has been installed. Okay, we are running Jenkins, and we have launched in any browser. We have opened in any browser. Open localhost colon 808080 port number. Okay, then select install. After provide password. That's the first thing. Provide password. Then next thing is install suggested plugins. After the install suggested plugins is completed, then we'll be provided with the screen where you have to create an admin user, guys. Okay, first admin user. I'll give the username as Arun Muturi. Okay, password as 12345 so that I can remember. Always I provide the same 12345 as a confirm password, and my full name is Arun space Muturi, and my email address I'll provide. So like this, you just remember this username and password you have given, guys. Okay, in your case, whatever the username and password you have given, just remember. So we are creating the first admin user. Save and continue. Create first admin user. Okay, so whatever the username and password you have given, you have to remember. And this is the Jenkins URL that we have browsed, right? Localhost 8080. Same thing is there. I don't want to do any changes. Save and finish, I'll say. And now it is saying Jenkins is ready. Your Jenkins setup is complete. Start using Jenkins. Click on start using Jenkins. And you'll be taken to this Jenkins dashboard, guys. You can even log out, log in with the same credentials, okay, that I have created just now. So this is how the dashboard will look like. Okay. Now what next? So there are a few things that we have to do, guys. After going to the Jenkins dashboard, we have to do few things. Okay, we have to go to manage Jenkins. Okay, first we have to go to manage Jenkins. Before creating any job in Jenkins, I told you, right, to Jenkins we have to give the instructions in the form of jobs. But before creating any such kind of jobs, you have to say manage Jenkins, and you will be taken to manage Jenkins screen. And here we have manage plugins, global tool configuration, configure system is there. We'll be going to global tool configuration, the middle option. Okay, global tool configuration. Click on that. Once you go to the global tool configuration, it will ask you to provide few stuff. Okay, so here we have to provide something known as Java. This not everything is required, guys. Okay, just do whatever that is required. Here JDK is required, so add JDK you say, and here by default you will get installed automatically. Uncheck that. Now here give the name as Java underscore home. Any name you can give. I'll give Java underscore home. And here I need to give the path of the Java home, guys. Okay, I need to give the path of the Java home. As you already know, in my machine, Java is already installed. I'll go to my C drive. Okay, where is the Java installed? In program file, 64-bit Java got installed, guys. Java folder under the JDK 17.0.5, where you can see all the bin folders and all. Just copy this path, guys, and paste that. Okay, paste that here. Fine. So JDK, you have to give like this. JDK home, sorry, Java home, you have to give like this. Okay, the path. That's it, guys. You don't have to do anything. Scroll down again, and here somewhere you will see Maven. Here also click on add Maven. Again, uncheck install automatically. Here, a name need to be provided, Maven underscore home, same name you give, Maven underscore home name you give. And here, you have to give the path of the Maven home. That is, go to the place. Okay, in the previous session, one of the previous session, I copied the Maven folder into the C drive, if you remember. That is nothing but Apache Maven 3.8.6, right? In one of the previous sessions, I have done that. Okay, copy this path of this Maven home, where you can see all these bin folders and all. Copy that, come back here and paste that Maven home here. Now apply. Once applied, click on save. Okay, that's it. It's done. The global tool configuration is done for Java and Maven. Now what next? The next thing is go to the dashboard here. Again, go to the home, that is dashboard. And here, either for the first time, if there are no jobs available, you'll get this welcome screen from Jenkins where you have an option to create a job, or from second time onwards, or even first time onwards, if you don't want to use this option, there is a new item here. You can do the same thing, create a job, or new item is also nothing but creating a job, guys. Okay. I'll click on new item, guys. In the new item, here enter an item name is coming, and we have to give the job name. We have to give some job name, and here we can go with a freestyle project, but I don't prefer freestyle project, guys. I generally prefer to use Maven kind of project I prefer. But in this list, Maven project is not there. If when I'm trying to create a job here, I want to select a job template, that is freestyle project template you can use, or we have to use something known as Maven project template. How to do that? For that, again, go to dashboard. Since Maven is not coming there while creating the job, first I'll make sure that everything is there. So I'll say dashboard. Again, I'll say manage Jenkins. This time I'll not go to global tool configuration. Earlier, I went to global tool configuration to configure the Java JDK and Maven in this Jenkins. Okay. So Jenkins is going to use Java in my machine, and also Jenkins is going to use Maven in my machine, something like that. Okay. Next thing is that here we have manage plugins. Okay, to get that Maven project option, we have to say manage plugins. So by default, when I initiated Jenkins, some suggested plugins got installed. In that suggested plugins, Maven plugin is not there. Okay, Maven plugin is not there. That's why we didn't get an option to select the Maven project template while creating the job. Okay, now what I will do here is, here I'll say available plugins. Okay, to install, to search for the plugins. Okay, you have to say available plugins. If they are not installed, you can select the available plugins and just type Maven here. Just type Maven here, guys. When you type Maven here, you see some plugin is coming on the top. Okay, these are some list of plugins are coming. The first plugin is matching with this term. that is Maven integration is matching. Select that plugin and click on install without restart. Don't select download now and install after restart. You will face some problems. Better say install without restart. It will be installed and the Jenkins will not be restarted. Okay, click on install without restart. There is no need of restarting. In the bottom, if you see Maven integration plugin is getting installed. Okay, once I install this Maven integration plugin, when you again go to the dashboard and try to create a job, you'll be able to see the Maven project template. Okay, I'll show you that. That is required for us, guys. Okay, so it's installing the Maven integration plugin and its supported plugins are required. It's taken care of. Let's wait for the Maven integration plugin to complete installing. As you can see, the Maven integration plugin has been now installed. I'll go to the dashboard back and I'll click on new item again. And this time, along with the freestyle project template for the job to be created, we are also getting Maven project template. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to give a name for this job. So I'll just give the name as tutorials ninja project job. Okay, like this, some name I'll give, and I'll select the Maven project instead of the freestyle project. We can go with the freestyle project also, but this one is better. Okay, so for pom.xml files, take advantage of your pom files and all. This is better. Okay, I'll select this Maven project and say okay. You'll be taken to the job configuration page. We are creating a job, guys, but we need to provide some details into the job configuration. Okay, the job creation is in progress still. Okay, we just gave the name and starting to create a job, and we are going to configure the job by giving a lot of other details. So here you don't have to give any description. It's not compulsory. Okay, so if you want, you can explain about what this job is all about here. Okay, this job runs the Selenium, whatever the project we have created, right? Okay, Selenium Java framework project. Okay, hybrid Selenium Java hybrid TestNG page object model and page factory framework project. Like this, you can just write something whatever you feel convenient. Okay, according to your needs, and then just click on advanced tab. In advanced tab, once you you have to click on advanced button. Okay, once you click on advanced button, you will get this display name. Okay, help the display name. So here none is selected, that's fine. What else is there? 1 minute, I think I need to get some other thing. General. Yeah. Okay. So there is a problem with this Maven project job because it's not asking me to specify the workspace. Okay. We are trying to create the job by selecting the Maven project template. But here in the Maven project template, we are not asked to provide the path. So I'll be using this Maven, whatever the Maven plugin I have, Maven integration plugin I have installed, and whatever the job option I got, that I will be using later, guys. Okay. So not now. That is for the upcoming sessions. Okay. Whatever the Maven plugin I have installed, that is for the upcoming sessions, guys. It's I'll delete this Maven project template job. Instead, I'll go with a normal template. Okay. So the reason behind that is if you use a normal freestyle project template when creating the Maven, Jenkins job, then you will be asked to provide the path of your project. But in Maven project template, if you create the job by selecting the Maven template, Maven project job template, in that case, it's not asking you to provide the project path. Okay. That's one thing. So what I'll do here is because it's not required for us, right? So we'll go to the manage plugins again. It's not required. Maven integration plugin is not at all required at this moment. So this is required later, guys. Okay. So select the install plugins because we already have installed this plugin. So I'll say Maven. I'll type Maven here. Okay. This plugin just now I have installed, guys, but I want to uninstall, guys. Okay. It's not required at this moment. Okay. This is required at later point. I'm not ruling this out, but this is required later point of time. When it is required, I'll show you. how to install again. I'll install this Maven integration plugin again. Okay. For now, I'm just selecting yes to uninstall. It will be uninstalled from my machine. Once it is uninstalled, okay, go to the dashboard and create new item. Okay, it's still coming. Let's refresh. It's not got uninstalled. So let me go to the manage Jenkins again. I don't want that plugin to be there now. So install plugins, Maven, integrate an installation pending. Okay. So we'll do one thing. I'll log out, guys. Sometimes you have to restart and kind of restart the browser and say localhost 8080, and again I have to sign in. Remember the username Arun Motori 12345 is the password. Right? Click on sign in button. Now create a job, new item. Let's see. Still it is coming, guys. Okay. I don't know what's happening there. Manage Jenkins, Maven plugins, install plugins, Maven. Installing is not happening properly. It's taking me to there. Okay. Installation pending. Okay. Okay. If I say Maven here, what's coming? The plugin is not coming because it's already installed. Okay. I'm not able to uninstall. That's okay. Maven. Installation pending, it is saying. It's taking some time or something. I don't know. But let's leave that, guys. Okay, it's not worried. Okay, if really required, we'll use it. Okay, but now I'm not going to use Jenkins job with. I'm not going to create the Jenkins job with Maven project template. This is required for future purpose. Okay, I'm not ruling this out. At this moment, it's not required because my project is in my local machine. All the project is in my local machine. Okay, so after I cover the Git and Git concepts, we have to use Maven at that time. Okay, at that time, I will not be using freestyle project. When your project, whatever the project you have created is in your local machine, okay, is in your local machine, and this code is not hosted online, okay, in a central repo, which we have to do with Git and GitHub that I'm going to cover in the next session. Okay, don't worry about what is Git and GitHub that I'm going to cover in the next session. Till then, we have to use a freestyle project only. We don't need Maven project for till the time. I'll give the same name, guys, Tutorials Ninja project job name, and click on freestyle project and say, okay, I'm not using Maven project template. I'm using freestyle project template. Now I again got the configuration of the job page that we already have. Okay, got. So this job is created. This job is created to run, okay, the project having project in my local machine, in my local machine project from my local machine, run the project from my local machine having what is that hybrid test and hybrid framework. Okay, that is having TestNG. We have used TestNG, Selenium, Java, and what is the other thing? Page object model, and page factory. Okay, like this. Okay, like this. I'll write a one simple line. I'll click on this advanced button. Earlier, when I clicked on the advanced button, I didn't get this use custom workspace option. Okay, if I am using that Maven project template while creating this job, I was not getting use custom workspace option, which I was searching. Okay, but it was not there with the Maven project. So that Maven project template we have to use, guys. But at this moment, for my requirement, my code is there in my local machine. It's not there anywhere on the cloud like Google Drive, or Google Drive is nothing but cloud, right? Similar, something like we can host our code into one kind of cloud platform known as GitHub that I'm going to cover later. Like Google Drive is a cloud application. Similarly, GitHub is also a cloud application. We have to upload this code into the cloud. And from there, if you have to use Jenkins to run the automation scripts, to initiate or invoke the automation scripts, then we are going to go with that project template, that is a job template, that is Maven project template. But for now, we don't have to do that. Okay, for now, we don't have to do that. This is a normal freestyle project template where you are going to get this use custom option on clicking on the advanced button. I'll select this use custom workspace option. Here we have to provide the path of the project directory. So here is the project, guys. Right click on this project and select properties. You will get this properties for this project dialog. And here, this is a path where the project is available in my machine. open, click on this option. So it will open the project location. This is the project. Go inside the project, guys. Copy this project location where you can see all these files. Copy this project location and come back here. Come back here to the use workspace option. We are configuring the job, Jenkins job. Paste it. That's it. You have to give the path of that project. Okay. Now, I don't have to do anything here. Here, source code management have to mention as none here because my code is there in my local machine, in the machine. If my code is hosted on the cloud like GitHub, as I just now mentioned that, I have to go with Git. But for now, none is enough. None and freestyle project templates are enough, guys. I don't have to go with Maven template now. Okay, then build triggers I will cover later, guys. For now, don't worry about that. Build environment also, it's not required. Build steps is required. Okay, build steps we have to go through. So you can select on the left side also, guys, these options. Okay, if you directly want to go to general, okay, this advanced thing where I provided the workspace, you can click on the left side option. Source code management, none I mentioned. Build triggers, I'm not going to do anything now. Build environment, okay, I'm not going to do anything now in this build environment. And build steps, okay. In build steps, add build step and mention. So I'm not going to do anything here. I'm going to select invoke top level Maven targets. This is the option. Okay, this is a Maven. I can invoke this project with the help of Maven because Maven will invoke the pom.xml file. Pom.xml file will invoke the Maven surefire plugin. Maven surefire plugin will invoke the testng.xml. Testng.xml file will invoke these classes. These classes will invoke the test methods inside them. That's the process. So ultimately, this project need to be invoked with the help of Maven. Maven will invoke pom.xml file. Okay. So for that to happen, guys, here I'll say invoke top level Maven targets. Okay. I have to invoke Maven. And here, once you select the build steps as invoke top level Maven targets, select this Maven home, which we have configured in the beginning of the Jenkins configuration from global tool configuration option, okay, of manage Jenkins. In the goals, you don't have to type the entire goal. In the command prompt, if you remember in the previous session, in the command prompt, we have given MVN test. But here MVN is not required. It's not required to mention in the Jenkins job configuration. Only test part is required. Here anyhow, you are selecting Maven. Here just the remaining part, what goal? That is test goal. Okay, test means everything will happen. Cleaning, compiling, everything will happen. Test will happen here. Okay, just mention test and it will run your automation scripts. It will invoke the Maven. It will invoke the Maven. Maven will invoke the pom.xml file. Okay, at this location, whatever the workspace location you gave, make sure that pom.xml file is visible. This is the project location you gave. Can you see the pom.xml file here? That's enough. Okay, Maven will invoke this pom.xml file. Here, that's the reason we have to select Maven. Go to the build steps and select Maven. Invoke top level Maven targets as Maven home. And here, give the goal as test. Okay, that's it. Maven home test. And this is the path we have given. And we mentioned local repository. It's not on the cloud. Okay, Git means on the cloud. Now, post build actions. Click on post build actions and just see what is there. Here, I can get an option to generate a report, guys. But here, that option is not there. TestNG report. If I want to generate a TestNG report, I don't have any TestNG option here. Okay, I don't have any TestNG publish report kind of option here. I'll go with that later, guys. Okay, first I will run the scripts without a TestNG report in this Jenkins. A TestNG report will be generated in this inside this Jenkins, guys. Okay, I'll show you. Okay, so these settings are required, guys. Under general, we selected advanced button and use workspace path. We even provided the description and we selected use workspace path and provide the path where pom.xml file is visible. Then the source code management, we selected none. And in the build triggers, we have not selected anything. Build environment, we have not selected anything. Build steps, I selected this invoke top level Maven targets and Maven home I selected and I gave the goal as test. Okay, and post build, I am not selecting anything now, but I have to select TestNG option. That will come after I install another plugin known as TestNG results plugin. Now I'll say apply and click on save. Done. Okay, go to the, this is a project job related stuff, guys. You can even go to the dashboard, guys. You can see the job here. Okay, you can see the job. If you want to go to that job page, you can click on this. You'll be taken to the job page where you can see workspace, build now, and all those options. The same options, the job options that you are individually seeing here are also available in the dashboard. If you see the job here, there is an arrow mark. Click on that. The same options are coming. You see build now, configure, workspace, delete project, rename is coming. Again, you can click on this and you will get the same thing. You see rename, delete project, build now, and everything is same. Either you can go to this page or you can go to the dashboard and select this drop down. Okay. and click on build now. Build now to run this job. So to this job, what I provided, guys, when I say build now, automatically this job will invoke the Maven as per the configurations or settings given in this job, Jenkins job. Okay, I mentioned the project location where the code is available, where the pom.xml file is available, and what you have to do with that pom.xml file. You have to invoke the Maven, and by running the test, right? Test. Select this and click on build now. That's it. Okay. Once you say build now, the job will run like this. Okay. You see, the scripts need to run now. You see, it's kind of okay, loading. So it will invoke for the first time, guys. You cannot wait. So go to the job page, guys. You will find more information there. You see here also build is running. #1 is coming. Click on this #1 and go to the console output. You will see what's happening now. Okay. You see the tests are running. Whatever that happens in the command prompt, right? While running the Maven from command prompt, same thing is happening here. Running the tests. You see the scripts are running. Register tests are running on the Chrome browser. The project automation is being invoked by Maven, guys. Okay. Being invoked by Maven. Still, I have to click on build now, right? I'll tell you some settings or something where you don't have to click on build now. Okay, automatically it will happen. At night 2 a.m., if you want to run your automation scripts, then what to do? Okay, you see all the automation scripts are running, guys, one by one. Jenkins is not just like this, okay? You connected Jenkins by creating a job, you connected it to your local automation code, okay, project code. But now this is not enough about Jenkins, guys. It's not enough about Jenkins. Okay, there is a lot of other stuff. You can give more instructions to Jenkins where at night 2 a.m. you run the scripts. Okay, every day, this particular point of time you run the scripts. Like that, you can give a lot of instructions to Jenkins, guys. Okay, so let this round run. Okay, after that we'll go for the detailed thing about Jenkins. You see, even in your local machine of the scripts got run because of our settings and all. You see, even extend reports got generated here. Extend report got generated here. If anything got failed, screenshots, everything is coming. Reports are coming. System environment details are coming. As we already have configured with the local project. Okay. So for now, as you can see, the results came. This console output, you can see in the console output, the scripts have completed running. There are 14 tests. In that, one got failed and one got skipped, and there are 0 errors. Okay. One got failed, but that failed you have already seen skipped. But the report that is generated is belonging to my local project. But what about Jenkins? Is it generating any report? I'll go to this tutorial in the job, and I'll not see any, kind of okay. I don't see any TestNG results report here. Okay, I'll click on the trend, and you will see trend is something like this. Okay, trend is something like this. You will not see anything because only one build has been run. You will not see much trend here. Later you can see the trend. Only #1 build. One time you have run this. Okay, next time if you want to run that again, you can again go to that and just click on this and say build now again. Second time it will run. But before that, guys, I want the TestNG results. For that reason, what I will do is I'll again go to manage Jenkins from dashboard, and here manage plugins is there. So here available plugins you search, and here click on what is that? TestNG. Search for TestNG, guys. You will get TestNG results plugin. Select this plugin, install without restart, you mention. And here scroll down and you will see that TestNG results plugin is getting installed. Okay, install without restart. Okay. I selected install without restart. It will be installed and you don't have to restart. Now go back to the dashboard. And again, this time, build now again. Build now. This time we should get a report here in the job. Second job is running. Second time it is running. Use #2 is running. Click on this. Again, you will see the #2. You click on the #2 and click on the console output. You will see what's happening. Okay, this is what is happening in the console output. What the same thing that happens in our Eclipse IDE or Eclipse IDE output console or in our command prompt, whatever the lines will come, right? The same thing is coming. The scripts will run one by one. The script started running, guys, already. Let all the scripts run. This time, TestNG results plugin should be generated, but it will not be generated. But there is a reason why it will not be generated. Just by installing plugin, nothing will happen, right? You just install plugin. Did you configure the plugin? Did you configure the job to generate the TestNG reports? No, that's a problem, right? let the scripts run and you will not see any report still. Okay, you will not see any report still because you just installed TestNG results plugin, but you have not configured this job to like post build steps like to generate a TestNG report. You have not done that. So despite of this scripts running again after installing the TestNG results plugin, you will not get TestNG report in your Jenkins. Okay, so let the scripts run. Let's them run one by one. All the scripts are running, guys. Okay, so yeah, we are almost there, guys. The last few things are done. Yeah, it's completed. Once you get this report, it's completed, guys. But you see, 14 one got failed. We know intentionally we are failing something because of intentionally failing. Dependent test got skipped, as you already know from the previous sessions, why it is failing and all. And if you go to this tutorials in the job, you'll not see any test engine report anywhere. Okay, the reason here is job is there. Okay, this job is there. TestNG results plugin you have installed by going to manage plugins and plugin section. But the problem here is you have to select this drop down, and before building it again, just have to select this configure option. Click on the configure. You'll be going to the configure page where you are giving the instructions for the job. So what you have to do is go to the last step, post build actions. In this, you can even click on this post build actions and come here. And this time, since we have installed the TestNG results plugin, you are getting an extra option which was not coming earlier. Select this publish TestNG results. Okay, the results will be generated here at this location. Okay, TestNG results.xml. Okay, so say click on apply, save. That's it. Apply and save. Now you can either build now from here because this is a job we have created, Jenkins job. You can even build now from here, or you can go to the dashboard and just drop down and click on build now. This time the TestNG results report should be generated. Okay, third time it is running. Okay, click on this third. You can directly go there actually. Okay, so don't have to click on job and then click on 3. Directly you can click on 3. You will be taken there, and console output you just click. You can see what is going on. You'll get used to it, guys. Okay, a lot of settings are there in Jenkins, but this is not the session for. I'm not taking this session as an entire Jenkins kind of thing. Okay, whatever that is required. Again, we are going to use Jenkins in next Cucumber VDD projects. Also, we are going to use Jenkins. Okay. So I'll cover something here and a few other things later, guys. Okay, that's my plan. So at this moment, this much is enough about Jenkins. I'll cover basic settings in Jenkins and all those stuff. The scripts are running one by one. As you can see, they are opening the browser and minimize mode and all those things are happening. You can see here also in the logs. Okay, Chrome was started successfully and all those stuff are coming. Login tests are running at this moment. This is also a login test. Most probably such test will start. Such test started. 2 more. One will fail and other one will get skipped because of the failed test, dependent failed test. Okay, so the report has been generated. You can see everything is fine. Now, along with this, guys, okay, if you go to the tutorials in the job, okay, and refresh here, H3, just go to one of the build. Just go to one of the build. You see, apart from console output, you see one more thing, okay? We have seen the console output so far. This time, TestNG results report also has been generated. Jenkins report, guys, this is, okay? TestNG in Jenkins, if you have to generate the TestNG results, this is the thing. And you can see all the details here. Okay, you can see the details of the failure, why it got failed and all those stuff. Again, go to the TestNG results. And skip test, which test got skipped. Okay, all the tests hide expand table. Hide or expand table. This is the entire table, it seems. And these are the test cases. Click on the test cases and let's see what will come. You see, these are the complete test cases. There is no description for the test case. That's fine. These are the test cases, guys. Verify registering an account with mandatory fields. Verify registering an account with providing all fields, existing email address, filling any details, without filling any details. Login with valid credentials. Verify login with valid credentials. Login with valid. Okay. This is data-driven testing. 3 sets of data, as you already know from the previous sessions. I'm using the same project. Invalid credentials. invalid email and valid password, valid email, invalid password, login without providing credentials, search with valid product, search with invalid product, other one is skipped. You see, pass, only one failed and remaining one got skipped. Okay, you can see the skip here. Total that got, total are 7 here from the login test. Including data driven tests, there are 7. Such tests, there are 3. In that, nothing got failed, nothing got skipped. In the first 7, nothing got failed, nothing got skipped. In the second such test, 1 got failed, 1 got skipped, and remaining 1 got passed. That means, okay, out of 3, 3 minus 2 is 1 passed. And the last one, everything got passed. So nothing got failed, nothing got skipped, everything got passed. That's it, guys. And what else? What else we have? So this time, guys, we can go to configure again, configure job again, and I have not covered some options here, as you can see. Source code management is same, general settings are same, build triggers. Here, there's an important option here, guys, okay? Every option makes sense here, okay? As part of Jenkins, we have to learn each and every option, that's fine. But I'm not going to too depth in this session, okay? Here I'll show only the important options in this session. If I have to cover Jenkins, I have to create a separate playlist actually, okay? That much big Jenkins is, but we'll be covering whatever that is necessary to learn at this moment. Here build periodically option is there, I'll select this. And here, click on question mark, you'll get a lot of instructions, guys. There's a schedule, okay? Click on schedule. Here you're getting a lot of options, guys, okay? Here you're getting a lot of options. If I want to give Jenkins some instructions, okay? So these are the different instructions, guys. Some examples are also given. Every 15 minutes, if you want to run the automation scripts, this is the code you have to copy paste. Okay. You can go through this help documentation, guys. It's very big. Okay. It's kind of very big, but some examples with the examples. Okay. So copy this. And this means if I put this here, it will clearly say that 5th December is today's date at 2:51 p.m. We have already have done. Next run, it will be at 3:06. That means after 15 minutes. Okay, after 15 minutes at 3, now it's like 2:52, right? At 2:51, it calculated that if I give this code here, it will run at 3:06. That is after 15 minutes, every 15 minutes, it will automatically run, guys. I don't want to give by 15, I'll give something like, let's give 3, guys. Okay, 3 means you see, currently it is like 2:52 almost, and next we'll run at 2:54. Okay, we can wait for this much of time, not a problem. Now I'll say apply and save. You see, every day at 11 a.m. if you want to run. Okay, I have built. I'm not going to go to. I'm not going to select this option now. I'm not going to select build now option now. Automatically it will run, guys. Okay, the next build will happen automatically. Just see, just watch. Maybe it will take some 3 minutes of time. After 3 minutes, it will start. After running, again after 3 minutes, again it will run. So such kind of, I have already given Jenkins the permissions to run my automation scripts every 3 minutes. In real time, we don't run the scripts every 3 minutes, but just to show you practically that we can instruct Jenkins to run my automation scripts every 3 minutes. If Jenkins can run my automation scripts every 3 minutes, it can do whatever I ask Jenkins, right? A lot of settings are there in Jenkins. That kind of code you have to provide to build periodically, where you can give every night at 2 a.m. you can run the scripts. Every day at 11 a.m. you can run the automations. Any instructions you can give, guys, okay? So go to the configurations of the Jenkins jobs and go to that build periodically kind of options, okay? Build options and then give the settings there, okay? A lot of settings will be there. You see, the script started, guys. Automatically they started. I didn't do any build now kind of thing. They automatically started. You see, the script started running also. Okay, the script started running. At 2:54, they are running, as you can see in the timer, the below of my screen. 2:54, my scripts are running, guys. This is called as build periodically. All my scripts will run one by one. At 2:54, they are running. Minute is over. While my scripts are running, 1 minute is over, guys. It's now 2:55. Started at 254. It's now 255. This is the fourth build that which is running now. As you can see, it's the fourth build. Hash 4 is coming in the progress on the left side. Yes, tutorial job, project job, which is running on the fourth build. It's completed, guys. It's completed. I can close this. And yeah, it's done. Refresh once. You see, hash 4 has come. That's fine. Let's wait for some time. Let's wait for some time. And next build will start, guys. Okay. It will automatically run. Every 3 minutes, it will run. We configured Jenkins job in such a way that to Jenkins, we have provided instructions via the job saying that every 3 minutes you have to run this particular project automation code, which is there in my machine. That's what is the instruction I have given. Okay, every 3 minutes, this job is going to invoke my automation scripts automatically. Okay, hope you got some idea about Jenkins. Okay, you don't have to learn Jenkins in depth at this moment, but whatever I'm covering as part of this session is enough for now. Okay, this much is enough, guys. Okay. Let's wait for some time. It's 256, 254 it started. The last build hash 4 has started 254. Now it's 2 minutes is completed. Now let's wait for some more time. Maybe in 1 more minute, again another build will start. Hash 5 build will start in a minute. Okay, let's wait for that. Because I configured Jenkins in such a manner. Okay, until I remove that setting from Jenkins, my scripts will keep on running for every 3 minutes. And one more thing, meanwhile, is that, guys, you should not close this command prompt. Okay, you should not close this command prompt. Otherwise, Jenkins will shut down. Okay, you see, the build started, guys. After 3 minutes, the build started. Hash 5 is now started. Hash 5 build scripts are running. Every 3 minutes, the scripts will run, guys. Okay, that's how I configured. You see, the script started running you see, as you can see. Let the scripts run. After this running of the scripts, I'll remove that setting because every 3 minutes, if it is running, means it will consume a lot of my computer memory and all the stuff. So I have to remove this. Okay, I have to remove this. Just for sake of demonstration, I have done this. But in real time, we don't run the scripts every 3 minutes. Maybe once in a day or something will run. Or every time a new code is pushed into the code base by the developer, application code base by an application developer, then automatically the scripts may run for every build, okay, of the developer build of the application. Okay, like that we can configure Jenkins, guys. Okay, automatically, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to invoke the automation scripts. Invoking of the automation scripts also is now automatic with the help of Jenkins. Okay, invoking of the automation scripts is also automatic with the help of Jenkins now. That's what you have to understand. This Jenkins will come into CI/CD pipeline, guys. Okay, continuous integration and continuous deployment pipeline, where the release of the software will happen very fast because every time when the build runs, when the application developer changes something, we can configure Jenkins in such a way that the scripts will run and we can find out what problems are there. So it is helping us to release the software release faster. If there are no defects, the software can be released, right? So let's quickly go to the configure again of this particular job and scroll down a bit and let's remove this build periodically settings. Okay, there are a lot of settings here, guys. Okay, I'll just remove this setting for now. Okay, and apply. Otherwise, it will keep on running. So just see here, guys. Click on question mark here beside the schedule. A lot of examples are there. Okay, a lot of examples. Every 15 minutes, if you want, this is the thing you have to do. Every 10 minutes in the first half of every hour. Okay, so in every hour, first in every 10 minutes. Okay, once every 2 hours at 45 minutes. Okay, once in every 2 hour slot between 8 a.m. and 4 p.m. This is a code. Once a day on the 1st and 15th of every month. Okay. Once a day on 1st and 15th only it will run if you give this code. Okay. You can learn more about this, guys. Okay. Morning H8 means morning London time it will run. Okay. Then this one, butlers do not have a 5 o'clock. So we run the job again. Okay. H03017. Okay. At 5 o'clock. This is 5 o'clock. You can find it out. Okay, copy this part and go here and paste. You'll get the instructions like when it is going to run and all the stuff. Okay, there is that went off. Scroll up. It's on 4th December 2022, 5:22. At 5th December, 5 p.m. it's going to run. Okay, 5 p.m. If I give 5 here, the next would run at Tuesday, that is tomorrow at 6. At 5 a.m. it's going to run. Okay, it's 5 a.m. If I remove this part, let's see what will happen. 5:51 a.m. Okay. Okay. So this is how, guys, the things can be done. If I give 2 here, 2:51:48 a.m. something is coming. So if I give, you can experiment on this. Okay. You can experiment on this and do a lot of other stuff. Okay. Every day at one time at this particular time, 2:51. Today 2:51. Tomorrow 2:51. Day after tomorrow 2:51. Like that we can configure, guys. This is called as build periodically. I'll remove it for now. That's it, guys. The build triggers is important topic. Okay, trigger build remotely, build after projects are built. Developers have pushed the code and then you want to build it. Like that, different options are there. Polling time and all those stuff. Okay. So yeah, it's using TestNG XML report pattern. Okay, available in the project somewhere else in my project. It's using to generate the report here. Save this. That's it. The TestNG results is there here in the right click. Refresh the project once under the test output folder. It is only coming up. Target. Should file reports. Yeah, somewhere here it will be there, guys. Okay. TestNG results.xml. Just see that setting here. Go to configure and see the setting. To generate that TestNG results report, the Jenkins to generate the TestNG results report, it's using TestNG-results.xml from my project. TestNG-results. This file is being used by Jenkins from my project itself to generate that kind of TestNG reports. Okay, that's how it is configured. Fine, guys. With this, we are done. But let's go to one more thing. Let's go to the job page, where you can see an option like trend. Just click on the trend and see, this is the trend, guys. This is the trend. It's going on like this. Okay. All the builds are getting failed. First build, second build. And in the next build, if the things are passing, green color will come and all those stuff. Okay. So timeline and trends, at what time I have run today, all these jobs, everything can be tracked here. Okay. Jenkins is a very big platform, guys. Okay. A lot of settings are there in Jenkins. A lot of configurations are there in Jenkins. A lot of plugins are there in Jenkins. We can add people. I don't want to cover everything in detail in this session. Okay. This session is just a continuation of this one. Okay. Hybrid TestNG framework. Here I'm integrating Jenkins for now. If I have to explain Jenkins in detail, I have to take a separate session for that. Okay. But for now, we are whatever I covered is important stuff. Is okay regarding Jenkins. This knowledge is enough. Okay. You can even learn more than this, but this is not the right time for me to cover Jenkins in detail. Okay, this much is enough for Jenkins, guys. This much is enough for Jenkins. So that's all for this session. See you in the next session. We have one more session regarding Git and GitHub. Okay. So Jenkins configuration is over, where Jenkins is actually locating my code at my local machine and then running my automation scripts from my local machine. But next, in the next session, don't want Jenkins to invoke my automation scripts from my local machine. Rather, I want to push this code, automation code, which is there in my local computer, to the cloud, like GitHub repository. Okay. GitHub kind of a cloud platform is there, where I'm going to move my code, push my code there, and Jenkins has to take the code from there. Because why? Because you see, if I'm working from 9 to 6, let's say my job is 9 to 6, that is 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. And at 6 p.m., I'm going to close my laptop, right? I'm going to close this command prompt and all the stuff. Okay. So at 6 p.m., I'm going to close my laptop. Then how come Jenkins is going to locate this project in my machine? If my machine is shut down, can the Jenkins access my code in my local machine? No. There's a reason, or there's a case, one of the case where we have to push our code into the cloud, so that Jenkins will pick the code from the cloud and automatically run the automation scripts. Whether you keep your laptop open or shut down your laptop, doesn't matter, guys, because the code is now not there only in your local machine. After GitHub, your code will be pushed to the cloud, a cloud repository, from where cloud will be always 24/7. So Jenkins can take the code from there, invoke the automation scripts from that cloud repo. Okay. So in the next session, everything will be clear for you. But for now, Our code is in our local machine, and in the next session, we are going to push our code into the cloud. Okay. Fine. With this note, guys, we are done with the current session. That is integration of Jenkins with this hybrid TestNG framework, having page object model, page factory design patterns implemented along with the data-driven framework included. So that's all for this session. See you in the next session. Thank you. Bye.